Hey everyone, thank you so much for joining me. Today we're going to talk about Facebook groups. Hope you have a notepad and pen ready. I'm diving in. It's going to be very comprehensive, but also very doable. So we're going to be going over the guide that I've created to launching, growing, and monetizing a Facebook group. This is the future. When Facebook first got started, their goal was to reach the entire world, which meant they wanted everybody to just get on Facebook. Now, their goal is to connect the world, which means they want all of us to be in these small little communities, they call them groups, where we can communicate with each other, and it gives us a reason to get on Facebook. I'm going to show you how you can use this for your own business. Now, for those of you who don't know me, I am married to a beautiful redhead named Kathy. We have a daughter named Allie. We are both foster parents. We've had 5 little girls in our home. We recently moved up to Redding, California. I own a marketing firm with over 300 clients, and we have helped hundreds of small businesses start, grow, and monetize their email list. And that does have a part to play in growing your Facebook group and monetizing it. Now, I want to answer some of the most common questions that I get. Alex, why should I create a group? How do I make it profitable? What are some of the rules that I have to follow to make sure this actually works? And then I'll go over the summary at the end of this webinar. Now, why create a group? A group is a powerful thing for you because you have all of your people in one spot. Your people is your team members, your employees if you have any, power partners, current customers, etc. So all of those people are in one small community that you have essentially control over, right? You're the authority figure in that group. That's a powerful place to be. Another reason why you should create a group notifications on Facebook. You've seen this before on Facebook. When a friend of yours posts in a group that you are both a part of, a little notification pops up on Facebook saying that there was a comment made. Another thing, why create a group? This is probably one of my favorites. Send prospects to your group so that they can meet your existing customers and your raving fans. This is big because when it comes to building up that trust and rapport with a prospect who's thinking about hiring you or buying your product, they want to know, is there other people that know and support this guy, right? Like, is Alex for real? Are you for real? Lastly, the Facebook groups have a much better organic reach than Facebook pages, which means that more people will see what you post without you having to spend money, which is a big deal. So let's dive into when you're going to start a group. What do you have to do? You can't just go willy-nilly into this and, just kind of, float along. You have to be very purposeful and intentional. I don't know where that word came from. Intentional about how you actually go about doing this. Number one, you want to be clear on who your target customer is. You don't want to just fill your group with a whole bunch of random people and then hope that the group takes shape into becoming a profitable asset for you. You have to be very clear about who you're bringing in. The second thing is you need to identify how you're going to serve the people in your group. What are you going to do to bring value? Because if you don't bring value, you can follow along with my guide here, create a group, add some people into it, get them excited. But if you don't serve them, they are going to stop coming to your group. Your group has to be a destination. And then I want you to write down what your end goal is. When I say end goal, what I mean is I want you to write down what your group members will do for you. Are they going to send you leads? Are they going to buy from you? Are they going to help you throw events, grow your email? It's like, what's the purpose? What is it for you? And we'll go over some ideas here in just a minute. But before you start a group, you need to have these 3 things very clear. Now, I want you to focus on the benefits because a great Facebook group will only work for you if everyone benefits. So first off, ask, what are the main benefits of working with you? Like what do you bring to the table in your business overall? Write that down. Be very clear because you want to bring that up in the group posts that you make. Number two, how will the customer benefit from the group? In other words, how are the people going into the group going to benefit? What are they going to get out of it? And then what benefit will you get? So, what's the main benefits of working with you? These are things that you want to highlight when you do your promotional posts. How will the customer or the group member benefit from being inside your group? Is it education? Are they going to meet cool people? And it doesn't have to be like this big $1 million thing. It could just be, we're going to have fun and we're going to post jokes. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it doesn't need to be crazy, so just don't get overwhelmed with that. Just be clear about it. And then what benefit are you going to get? And that's the big one. Because if you stop getting a benefit from it, then you'll quit. And if you quit, then the people that are in your group are going to remember that you quit on your group. So here's some basics when you first get started. Pick a clear name for your group that's easy to find. Facebook will actually help you grow a Facebook group. They have suggested groups that they'll recommend to their audience based on what they consider to be a good fit and based on whether or not there's activity within the group. You want to make a really sharp group cover photo. We recommend Canva. Make sure that when you make this group cover photo, that it is easy for people to get, number one, who's in charge. They should see the name, and there should be a URL in there. I'll go a little bit deeper into that when we talk about monetizing the group, but it's got to be a really good group cover photo. There's also a way for you to ask welcome questions when people request to join your group. When you set up your group, make sure that you're asking questions that help you understand who is joining your group. Now, you can only ask a maximum of 3 questions. I recommend that one of them is their contact information, like their email address. And give them a promise. Say, if you give me your email address, I will either enter you into a giveaway or I will send you a freebie. There's got to be something there. Also, ask questions that pertain to your customers. So if you are starting this group and you're a real estate agent, ask them how long they've been a homeowner. If they answer, I'm not a homeowner, then you know, right? If they answer, I've been a homeowner for, 15, 20 years or whatever the number is, now you have an idea of who is in your group and how you can serve them. Keep in mind that engagement within the group is the key to organic growth. Let me break down some of those tech terms for you. Engagement is when people like, comment, share, or create new posts within your group. The organic growth that I'm talking about is when Facebook recommends your group to other people that match the people that are already members of your group. This is a great way to get essentially free leads from Facebook. It's really cool. So here's some group growth strategies for you. Now, once you've got your group, you created it, you've added in the cover photo, you're feeling good. Now you're like, all right, how am I going to get people into my group? So number one, this is actually a lot, too many people don't do this, but I recommend inviting via email. Send them a quick invite saying, hey, I'm just starting up this group. I think you'd be a great fit. Here's why I want you in the group, and here's what you're going to get out of it. Just a short, simple, and sweet email that lets people know what you're doing in that group and why they should be a part of it. And it's not a big ask because it's free, so it's not like they have to do anything, right? But seriously, invite them by email. Then, use what I call bait posts. Bait posts are when you're going to put in some cool content inside your group, say, hey, I'm going to be doing this free, live stream, or I'm going to be adding this document into the group. If you want it, let me know and I'll add you to the group. Dropping exclusive content into the groups is a great way to get people who are not already in the group inside of the group, because now they're going to be excited about it and they'll want what you're offering. I'd also recommend running giveaways, right? So the key for you to get people not only into your group, but also excited about staying in it, is to continue to give them value. Now, that value does not have to be monetary. That value could be they learn something, they have fun, they meet cool people, they stay connected to local business owners. Like there's a lot of different ways that you can provide value, and I have a whole slide on that in just a moment. but giving stuff away to people who are active in your group, and who are also, commenting and staying inside the group. It's a great way to keep people in and keep them engaged. So here's some more group growth tips. First of all, I want to point this out. A Facebook group is a branding channel, not really a marketing and sales channel. Here's what I mean by that. If your Facebook group becomes one big pitch every single day, you're talking about buy, 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 they're going to leave, right? They're going to leave. So another thing, I mentioned this before. I need to mention it again. You can ask 3 welcome questions. Make sure you ask for their email address in return for something that you're going to give them. Now, ideally, that something should be like a PDF or some other digital thing that you can send them just via email. And then you can add that email to your email list. Now you can market to them for a longer period of time. When you are creating your group, make sure that you have a pinned post so that people can go and see what this group is all about, the rules, maybe some resources that you want to highlight. And in your group description, put in who this group is made for. And on both, on the description and the pinned post, put in a link in there so that people can go and download some stuff that you have or get connected to you if you have a website. They want to learn about you. Another group growth tip, again, it's all about engagement. There is a comment ladder. Now, a comment ladder could start like this. Do you want this free thing? Comment below. Now, because of the way Facebook works, the more engagement you have in your group and on this particular post, the more likely it is to show up on the timeline of people who are already in your group. So remember what I mentioned, that you get better organic reach or more people see it without you paying in a group? This is what I'm talking about. Because I've run these comment ladders where it's like, hey, if you want this thing, comment below on my Facebook page. And it gets pretty good engagement. But when I run the same thing inside of a Facebook group, it blows up and it works really, really well. Another great way for you to not only grow your group, but also monetize your group is what I call doing a live stream pitch. Now, what I mean by that is going live inside of your Facebook group, sharing some value, and then at the end of it, making an offer for your group to take the next step with you. Now, it could be a coaching, that could be setting an appointment to talk about your product or service. That could be going to a URL and buying a product that you have or a tool that you recommend. There's a lot of cool things that you can do in a live stream, but people love seeing you, so you can make it short and sweet. I have a whole course on this. If you are like, I really want to learn more how to go live, but I don't know how to do it, I have a whole course. We can talk about that later, but live streaming is great. Another way for you to monetize your group is to add a link to your lead magnet in your cover photo so that people can see it right away. Now, I want to share with you a really cool idea. This is something that I learned from one of my mentors, and I just thought it was brilliant. I want to share it with you. I'm a huge into Facebook ads. I really believe in them, and Facebook ads will never be cheaper to run than they are today, so I highly recommend jumping on the bandwagon. But one of the ways that you can really stretch your marketing dollars is to run a campaign towards a custom audience that you've created. Well, you can use your group to create a custom audience by plugging in a video. So here's the steps to do that. Number 1, upload a video on your business page. You have to run it on your business page and not directly within the group, because only the public photos that are uploaded from a business page allow you to create a custom audience. So you post on your business page, and then you share that video from your business page into your Facebook group. And then if somebody watches that video for at least 3 seconds, you can create a custom audience for those viewers in your Facebook ads. And now you can run ads specifically to them down the line. So it's a really great way to build a custom audience. So I highly recommend using that. So here's some rules that you must follow to make sure that your group succeeds. Number 1, keep your group spam free. I don't care if the person posting the spam link is one of your best friends. Keep it out, because the people that don't know you or your best friend that's posting the spam, they're not going to know that you guys are best friends. They're just like, oh, cool, this place is a free-for-all for people to post spammy stuff. Either they're going to go, I'm out of here, I don't want to be a part of this, or they're going to post spam themselves and then wonder why they got in trouble when your friend did. So no spam in the group, period. Number 2, Make your group a destination. Make it something that people want to go to and they want to check it out. So they don't have to check it out every single day. But if you set up a pattern where people know that you're going to be posting some cool stuff, say every Friday, then your group becomes a destination that people will go to. You also want to make sure that you are adding new people on a regular basis. Shoot for a monthly goal and position your group as a supportive and educational group. People love support and they love learning stuff. So if your group follows both of those two things, you're on a really good track. So how do you fill a group? I want to introduce to you an idea called the 5-day challenge. This is a great way for you to not only position yourself, but also to fill your group, grab email addresses, have fun, and it's a great way to close some deals. So let me show you exactly how this works and how you can take action on this. The 5-day challenge is a competition with a designated timeline, specific goal, and incentives. Your goal is to fill a group with ideal prospects by enticing them with a fun game where they can win prizes if they participate. An example of a challenge would be cutting out sugar for a week, exercising for 10 minutes a day, planning your social media posts for a whole month, taking a photo a day, and spoiling your wife this week. You would run a challenge because it helps to grow your email list. I recommend setting up a landing page to capture the lead. In other words, this is where they go to opt into your challenge. And then from the landing page where they say, this is my name, this is my email address, this is why I'm taking part in the challenge, on the thank you page, you would post a link so they could join your group. So once they're in your email list, you can now market to them in the future. Also, the process of executing this challenge is grooming your lead. Now they get to know you, they experience you, they can relate to you, they can learn about what it is that you do. It helps you to establish yourself as an expert and authority, either in your industry or geographic area, depending on how you are running this challenge. I know many people that run challenges for the local consumer base because that's their market. They're in real estate or insurance, and they just want people to know and recognize that. I know other people like myself, when I run a challenge, it's more of on a national scale. I have a lot of people from all over the place jump into my Facebook group, and we have fun, and I run a challenge for specific things. So another thing about a challenge is that it provides proof of what you're selling and makes you approachable. Incentives equals more participation. And remember, engagement grows your group. So when you're running a challenge, you're really doing this to fill your group with cool people and show Facebook that your group is hopping. The more incentives that you have for participation, the more participation you're going to get. So that is the why of why you should run a challenge. Now, if you're going, okay, Alex, this sounds cool. So now what? So here's what you can do to prepare to run your challenge. And if you're going, wow, this is a ton of information, don't worry. You can download my slides. That way you can go through this and fill in the blanks. But when you're going through the challenge, I want you to think about this. What is the purpose of the challenge for you specifically? Is it to grow your email list? If so, that's a great purpose. Just be clear on what it is that you're going for. That way, when it's over, you can be satisfied with the results. What will you offer your participants at the end of the challenge? In other words, how are you going to make sales? Who is your ideal audience for this challenge? Be specific. The ideal customer for the group may not be the exact ideal customer for the challenge, but they should be really, really close because you don't want to fill your group with people that don't make sense for you to market to. But now I know somebody who said my ideal person in my Facebook group is for families that live in a 20-mile radius of my office. And then he ran a challenge for married men in a 20-mile radius of his office. So it really was very specific, and it allowed him to hone in on filling his group with the right people. What is the topic or the end goal of your challenge? You saw a couple examples there, cutting out sugar, spoiling your wife. What is the topic of your challenge? What's the promise of what they'll get out of the challenge? In other words, how are they going to feel? What are they going to accomplish? Why are they doing this challenge? What's the promise? And again, this doesn't have to be some crazy big goal here. It doesn't have to be this finish line that's way out in the future. It could just be you're going to cut out sugar in a group, you'll be supported, and at the end of it, you'll have more energy. Or we're going to spoil our spouse this week, and at the end of it, your spouse is going to like you a little bit more. Your house will have a little bit less stress because you guys will be, happy with each other and giggling, and you'll be in a better place. That could be the promise. What are the prizes you'll be giving away to participants? Now, it could be a prize at the end, which I highly recommend doing. Pick a winner. It could also be prizes during the day. Now, it doesn't all have to be monetary. Some prizes you can give away are cash, gift certificates, product, time with you, free book, maybe some exposure, and some awards. I know a guy who said that he was, for everyone that spoiled their wife, they had a comment, and it was really cool. They were sharing how they spoiled their wife that day, and he would give like an MVH or something like that, like most valuable husband. And it wasn't that. He had a different cool name, and I forget it now that I'm on this webinar. But it was a way for him to just acknowledge the husband that went above and beyond. So when you run the challenge, make sure that you're posting daily. You incentivize engagement. Connect with your audience. Send them a Facebook message thanking them. Send a daily email to them reminding them of what the task is for that specific day. Wrap up the challenge with action steps they can take when it's over, and announce the winner. That way people know that somebody actually won the prize that you promised. So now, if you're going, okay, Alex, I want to do this, but I need some help, I have a solution for you. It's my Facebook Bootcamp. We started by talking about who your customer is. We plan out your content, which you can post on your Facebook page and in your group. We have a short time where we do a quick marketing campaign mastermind, making sure that we are driving people to the right end goal for you. We work on setting up your first Facebook ad campaign, which is so important because we want to make sure that we capitalize on all the people that are going to be introduced to you. Then we create your Facebook group, plan out your challenge, and we have some more fun goodies in there. So I highly recommend you come to that. It's going to be a blast. And I'd love to help you, so I have a cool offer for you. The first thing is, if you get in this offer, is an annual membership to level 10. We meet every Friday morning where I do a live question and answer. So that way, every single week, you can ask me something about what's going on in your business, and I can help you to the best of my ability. You get not just one ticket, but two. So you can go and bring a friend to my Facebook Bootcamp. You get lifetime access to my video marketing course, which is probably one of my most well-received courses on how to create great videos. And you get lifetime access to Facebook Ads 101 Home Study course, a $497 value. That is my latest course that I just released, and it is yours when you take advantage of this. You can either pay $300 today or 3 payments of $125 by going to alexbranding.com/playbook. If you have any questions, I'd love to help you out. Go ahead and email me, support@brandinggroup.com. I'd love to help you, be of assistance to you, answer questions that you have, and help you along your journey. I hope this was a super productive and fun webinar for you. I look forward to working with you and helping you out as you grow. And when you start your Facebook group, invite me. I'd love to be a part of it. Have a great day.